without Jeremy.
We gotta wait for him. Still
Okay.
a bit early. I'll need to send through everything. Give me a while. Through everything. Give me a while. Okay, we are live. I'll share with you the link. And Conrad, the link is being sent to you right now. Hey.
Okay.
I'll be sending to all.
Okay.
Okay, let me forward it to. Let me forward one more time. Okay. Then Facebook. And I'm posting it. Okay, so let's share now. Okay, we're done. Now, if you were to open up the live link that I sent you, then you'll
It's
be able
okay lah. I'm not opening up.
Yeah, I have a
Okay.
monitor.
That one maybe tomorrow I see. Oh, it's fine.
And hello, guys. We are back. Okay, we gotta wait a while because Jeremy's not around. But I don't mind. We can start first because Jeremy will come in later part of this. So we'll start in the next 3 minutes at 9:05. So you guys can. Yeah. Oh, Conrad, your logo is upside down. So you need to go and click on mirror my.
It's upside down.
Yeah, you need to click on mirror.
Oh,
Under
give
the
me a while.
virtual
Give
setting.
me a while. He's back.
Are we live?
Is it better?
Yeah, we are now live, Jeremy.
Is the logo okay?
Yes, okay, good. Now it's straight. On your side, you look screwed up.
Sure, no problem.
No problem. Anyone jealous that I've Koi?
No.
I mean, everyone has it already, so. All right, so we'll start in a while.
Right.
Okay. So we're not live yet lah.
We are live actually. It's just that we haven't started recording. I'm waiting to record. We can do a bit of warm-up talking. So hi guys, welcome to this week. You want Koi? Sorry, but I only have one. Can't buy for everyone. So yeah, we are here today with Conrad, but we'll start in a while. Just give us some time to warm up.
Right.
Yeah, but today there's no cat on screen, so too bad.
You really like my cats, huh?
I love the two cats. It's cute. The one you posted, the first day you posted, I saw both of them. I'm like, I need to go to Conrad's house and pet them.
Now there are no more kittens already. Like, oh, it's really growing very fast.
Yes, but they're still very cute.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, they're very cute. I just want to go to their house and pet them. And you should bring to
Oh.
games. Or you should train them to carry ammo for you.
Train to it. Oh no. It will not work. You must train them with food one. And you just go towards food. That's the best, motivation.
Yeah, you hang food on your like Mac pouch or something.
And food.
They carry the ammo. Imagine you mount like a motorized blaster on your cat, and it's like a pet turret that follows you anywhere around the battlefield.
Not for cats. Dogs maybe lah. Not cats.
Cats are stealthy; they can climb anywhere, and it will work.
Yeah.
Wait, follows you anywhere around the battlefield. Oh wait. Oh, okay. So, all right. It's 9:05. Let's start today's podcast. Let me just record today. All right, and it's recording. So, hello guys. Welcome to podcast of the week with Conrad from SABRE. And we have actually an extra guest today. It's Jeremy, because he's here to assist me in talking with Conrad for today's SABRE experience. Yeah. All right. So today's all about SABRE. How it started. What they have done throughout the years that they have been around. I think it's quite short actually. 2 years. Yeah. Correct. About 2 years.
Yeah, it's around that. Yeah.
Yeah, and how it has changed gameplay in the battlefield after so long. Okay, so Conrad, so regarding SABRE, how did SABRE started out, and when did it start?
Okay. Well, actually, SABRE, started around 2 years ago. It was sometime around then. I actually met up with one of, or rather my reservist campmate, Daniel. I think you know him. It's all a small world, Daniel. So he contacted me somehow, and then he invited me to his place, to actually see his collection of Nerf blasters. At the time, I was just, I thought Nerf was just a toy for kids, So I also decided to bring my son together with me to go to Daniel's place. And when over there, lo and behold, I was introduced to something like I never seen before. I didn't know that Nerf on its own could become something what I saw. So he showed me many of his different blasters, stock ones, the very fanciful ones, And then he got me interested into this so-called sport of nerfing already. At a time when I also, went to visit him, I was actually in the 3D printing industry for some time already. And, and that's where Daniel actually was asking me, hey, can you just help me print something for my blaster or something like that? So, of course, as a friend, I just did it for him. And after which also I was invited to one of the Nerf games. I think that was done, or rather in one of the MSCPs. And was introduced to more of these, people that play Nerf. Like at that time, I think Hack was still around. People like JJ, Stanley, this group of people, the Warhawks people. I also saw them. That was my very first game. So after which, then, I thought this kind of hobby is really interesting. I thought it was just for kids, pew pew pew, bang bang only, but actually it's not. Adults also can play, and it's actually very exciting. So a group of us then came together, Daniel, myself, and Stanley. Then we decided, why not? Why not? Since I have some design background, I have robotics background, I got 3D printing background, let's do something that is very special for us, Singapore. Let's do a blaster that is suitable for Singapore nerfing, something like that. So one thing led to another with all the feedbacks and everything. That's how the first SAB blaster was discovered and was born. Yeah.
So speaking of which, like after the whole thing started, y'all get together, y'all redesign the blaster here and there. So what's the motivation or the inspiration that sparked the first blaster design? Like, if I'm not wrong, the first sub blaster was Genesis, if I'm not wrong.
No, you are wrong. The first one was SAB version 1.
Okay,
That
SAB
actually started
version 1, yeah.
off everything. I mean, with all the feedbacks from people, we came together and they say, oh, I wanted this, I wanted this, I wanted this. So obviously it was a Springer. We didn't look into any flywheel at that time. So it was definitely just a Springer. And it explains why until now we are still Springers. And when the inspiration, I would say, is really about the user. We focus a lot on the user. Usability, the performance of the blaster was also very important for us. It's not going to be something that is, it's supposed to be suitable for how we play. That's why performance was very crucial. The durability part was also very important. All right. As you know, our kind of play is really unique, so we need something that is durable. So these are the few aspects why the set blasters was actually designed. We also strongly believe in user experience. That is actually very important. How we actually can deliver an experience to the user. Okay, each of the blaster is also, I strongly believe that it is actually like a personification of a person's character and personality. So with all these, and also not forgetting, if I think you guys know, there is actually a very mad scientist in our team also. Okay, this mad scientist is not supposed to be named, but without him, SABRE would not be where we are today as well, right? So with all these things, this kind of inspiration that actually help us to improve and evolve to what we are today, to deliver this kind of blasters to the community.
I see. So
I guess
SAB was actually built based on like of many different blasters, based on user feedbacks on all the different kind of blasters that they had, right?
Yeah.
And then from there, you guys slowly built one blaster that came out with that came out to be SAB, which is your first ever blaster.
Yeah, version 1, the SAB version 1. Yeah.
So what blasters were used to inspire SAB? Do you still remember? What
Of
blasters?
course. Maybe I can bring you to the very beginning from there, how we, So version 1 was actually the starting point. I think some guys know what version 1 is. That was I would say, the mother of all the blasters that came about. And without that version 1, there won't be a version 2, obviously. And actually also to let you know, after a version 1, we actually came about to also want to introduce a bullpup version of SAB. A bullpup version.
The bullpup version was supposed to happen, but then I think
The
you guys.
bullpup version was supposed to happen, yeah, but it didn't take off. It didn't really came because of Genesis. Genesis actually came into its place. Actually, all the blasters that you have it there, yeah. So Genesis. Yeah, actually Genesis also got a history one. Genesis came into play is because it was designed very specially for brother Jun Jie and Diana's wedding. They wanted something very unique for their wedding blasters, for their video shoot and also for their wedding itself. So I met him up. It was like some time ago already. I met him up, and then he actually gave me a whole list of requirements of, must be this and that, must be that size, must be whatever. He took a look at version 1, but he wasn't very happy with version 1. He said he wanted something shorter, more compact, but yet powerful, and this and that. That's actually how Genesis was born. Yeah, it was actually designed for that purpose. Then after which came version 2 of SAB. SAB version 2 is a improvement of version 1. All right, after feedbacks of version 1, we decided to come with a version 2, which is more durable, more aesthetically nice looking, and would be able to perform much better, in the battleground. After which, then a series of different blasters just came out, Atom, Optimus, and Double Barrel. So these few also has a I would say, history behind it. Atom itself came about is because we wanted something small. A few guys say, hey, I want something even smaller. Yeah, small is good, you know. But it also took after the inspiration of the Six Sawyer Rattler firearm, if you can see that up. But we didn't really move further with that idea because small would also mean the power is lesser, which also mean it may not be suitable for some games. Therefore, that didn't really move on now. Although there were a few floating around in Singapore already. Yeah. Then came Optimus. Optimus was something that Jeremy is holding a Genesis. Yeah. Optimus is something that we wanted just to prove a point that Springer can do this. Okay, so it was something that was pretty crazy that we did and we designed after the inspiration of sci-fi blaster, and it is it actually lived to what it was. I think you have seen it in action before, John. You know, and
it's huge.
it is big. It is powerful. It can reach a crazy range. But we decided not to do it anymore also because of the nature of what it is. You know, but it was just something that we wanted to do. Double barrel also came about is because it was the blaster that was designed for someone also. And the idea came about is because we wanted, why not we just join two blasters together, you know, two Genesis together, twice the load, twice the firepower, twice the fun, everything just twice with one trigger, you know. So that came about, but of course, again, it didn't really move very far because it's really for a niche group of people for this kind of blasters. And after all this, then came about a new era, I would say, the Construct series. So the Construct is a totally redesign and shift from whatever we have been doing. It is a very highly modular blaster. That was the main purpose behind it. We wanted to have every performance that's inside, all the good stuff, the durability, the range, but also at the same time to allow users to design their shell, design their accessories around it. That's why if you look at the Construct, it is very squarish by nature, all right? So it's easy for people to actually design and print their own accessories or shells. But when it first started, that wasn't the case also. More people were actually more inclined with the skeleton look. I don't know why also. Yeah. So in the end, that's Construct.
The skeleton looks quite sexy.
Yeah.
The skeleton look actually look quite sexy.
That one later, yeah. But this is what it is at this current moment now. So Construct itself also came up with the series of Construct we have different variations from CQB Construct and the Sniper Construct. Now the Construct, one of the goals also of Construct was to make it very portable, and compact, and that is what it achieved. Its form factor size is actually much smaller than the Genesis, but it delivers just about the same power as the Genesis already. Yeah.
So that's...
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, actually, you have just answered majority of the third question on sub products. Actually, like how it helps our users or players to adapt in different situations in games.
Well, I must say that there is no such thing as a blaster that will suit all scenarios. That's a fact. We are playing with foam darts. So we must understand what the limitations are. There's no such thing as a blaster that can handle a CQB or a sniper or rapid fire all into one. If really there's ever exists such a blaster, then that blaster would be pretty huge already physically, So that's why we have different variations for different scenarios. Some people prefer to play CQB, and some people just prefer to be snipers. So it is really suited for the user, what they like, their character, their kind of gameplay.
I think what's pretty amazing is that for the SAB community, basically what SAB has done is that it has created blasters different blasters that suit almost all kinds of playstyle. In other words, despite the fact that there's no one single blaster to suit all playstyles, but the very good thing is that SAB or SABRE has actually over the years been able to produce and manufacture blasters that suit all kinds of playstyle and particularly all kinds of players out there. So I mean, it's something that that not many can do. You know, don't just talk about Nerf or foam blasters, but in a lot of other organizations out there, not many organizations can come up with products, various products that not just suit different kinds of users or consumers, but yet be able to ensure that these products perform to its ability. So on that note, I think despite the fact that SAB has not come up with a blaster, one single blaster that can fulfill all everyone's needs, which like you said would be quite impractical, but yet it has been able to come up with different blasters that suit practically all kinds of users.
For me, I think sub really brings out what users need is on the gameplay field.
John, the mic.
I mean, my mic?
Yeah.
No, Jada, give me a while. I hate this. Usually when you have your Wi-Fi that's on a hotspot on a phone, that's what happens. Hello, is this better now?
No.
No. Does this seem to be better? Still no? No. Okay. How is this? Is this better?
No.
Okay, this is what I hate. It's like oh, how about this?
Correct. Can SAB come up with new microphones as well for us?
Oh, for John, especially for him.
I would definitely need a new. I would definitely need.
Now it's better. Now it's good.
Now it's better.
Now it's good.
You come closer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think there's a no. I think there's a problem with my hotspot because I don't think so. It's the mic. Every time I found the issue, it's not the mic. I'm using a hotspot phone, so it's okay. Now that I'm back, let's go back to sub. Yes, I would love.
Now you're in the spot. It's no longer hot, so what to do?
I'm sexy. I know. Okay, let's go back to sub. So what I was saying is how sub actually have helped me in my games actually. So I think I first bought sub from Conrad last year, just slightly before our first international game. And I was requesting from Conrad to have my sub made. He was trying to push for me to get Construct first. I remember that time. He was like, why don't you try Construct? And at a point in time, I'm like, no, I'll just go to Genesis because I feel that Genesis is better for me. And I was actually asking Conrad to get me a way to have the Genesis both in CQB mode and long range mode for sniping and for different playing field purposes. So what he got me was a adjustable buttstock and it comes with 2 barrels, which is quite nice. I didn't have the 2 barrels with me now. One of it is a short CQB barrel, enough for CQB range, not too big, and it's compact. And the other one is for a longer barrel. It's longer barrel enough to snipe at a long range, which means to say this too allows me to quickly change barrel. And what I like is it allows me to quickly change barrel in the middle of a battlefield when I need to. So one of these I get to do is when I go over to, it happened in Malacca. So halfway through one of the starting few game modes, my range was too short, so I quickly changed barrel to a longer barrel, and I started sniping people just far away. And when they come closer, the wizard start shooting. And I've never spammed enough with a sub before, even though JJ could do it better. But that's what I like about sub. It's really modular. You can request to get your sub done in a way that you want it, and Conrad will try his best to give you your request. But at the same time, he'll give you a product that it really suits you. Yeah. So that's what I like about sub.
Can I speak a little bit about one of the features that I actually like very much? Like John mentioned about sub, about an SAB blaster. John was mentioning how you can interchange barrels. For our viewers who don't really know what we mean. For example, you have a barrel, and this is what the SAB barrel nut, correct, or barrel screw.
Yeah.
Basically, you get this printed, and then you slot the barrel in. Okay, example. There's some tape here, so I can push it all the way. But it's something like this, right? So like John was saying, mid-game while you're playing, say you want to change your barrel to something else, to another shorter barrel. If you look inside, you can see it's like a nut. It's just this piece of nut. So you can just basically unscrew it, unscrew the entire barrel, take it out, slot in the new barrel, twist it in, and you're ready to go. And all this interchanging basically takes about 5 minutes to do, which is actually done very quickly. So and I mean the breaks we have are usually about 5 to 7 minutes in between each game. So that's something that actually gives users a lot of flexibility and convenience as well, as opposed to having to unscrew this and unscrew that, you know, in order to change your barrel or to use something else. So for me, yeah, that's why one of the reasons why I myself also use an SAB.
Yeah. Alright, by the way, there's this question that says, I think
You might.
again, son of a... Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Okay, I have a feeling, okay, so there's a question that asks, I don't really want to answer this, but I'll just answer it for you actually. Lucas Wong did ask, did Caliban came out first or sub? The actual answer to this, I believe, is Caliban came out first, yes, but sub came out later. Okay, but sub it's inspiration of designs made of different blasters. Yes, it does use Caliban parts, but at the same time, sub is an improved version of many different blasters combined to one. Even if I myself as a user, I find that sub is a totally different level from the rest of all the other blasters out there, because everything you can't get a blaster that has a smooth prime, and basically has all the features that you want on a sub. You can't find that. Yeah. Look at Jeremy. It's a smooth prime. It uses balls bearing. Or I think now the construct uses a very special linear rail, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah, those are industrial grade.
Yeah, and they really do a very good job to get the blaster out. So, of course, yes, of course, we do have the very different. They do have very different stuff that's from Caliban and all the other blasters. So, a bit hard to compare. But I'm not saying that it's you know what I mean. So with that said, let's move on to the next one. Jeremy, you have a question on what Conrad or what sub did during our special charity event in April, right?
Yes.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Now, in April, Urban Tactical Singapore, due to the circuit breaker, one of the OH homes, Lee Amoy home, basically appealed to the public out there for funds, because they needed the funds to be able to sustain the home. Okay, they are not, according to what I know, they're not very much government aided, but are a little bit more towards the private side. Therefore, in order to sustain, they need donations. So they appealed to the public over Facebook to ask for donations. On this note, Urban Tactical decided to hold a live auction event, okay, to actually raise funds for the home. So all the proceeds from the auction, every single cent would actually be donated to the home. So during that point of time, as preparations were on the way for the auction, the Urban Tactical Auction Committee actually appealed to various individuals and organizations out there for donations. The auction was supposed to be entirely revolved around foam blasters or mods or to do with Nerf. So we appealed to various organizations and individuals out there to please, donate some items, mods, blasters, whatever, accessories that we would be able to auction up to players. So players actually did the bidding online on Zoom. So when we approach SAB to give us some donations for the auction, without even a single hesitation, SAB Conrad actually immediately said, okay, I'll get it done. And within a couple of days, he informed us that they were going to donate an atom, SAB atom, which, like Conrad mentioned, is a smaller version of the construct or something like that, right? So they said they were going to donate it, and it will be done. So on the day of the auction, we when we put the atom up for bidding, it raised 4-figure sum. It raised actually more than $1,000 just for the atom. So the point here is basically that we are SAB actually is not just so much about an organization that produces blasters as well. It's also an organization that cares, that it actually gets, and SAB gets itself involved in charitable events as well. So this is something that we actually, Urban Tactical and the Urban Tactical auction team is actually very grateful for, that SAB responded to our call for donations, and it actually made a very huge difference for the entire auction as well. So on that note, I think you guys did a fantastic job, and the winner for the atom, which we will not reveal because he chooses to remain anonymous, basically donated a huge sum, bid a huge sum for the atom, and he did it out of charity. The reason why we cannot mention his name is because he wants to do it for charity. But
anonymous.
Yeah, but if I can safely say that SAB was one of the big contributors to the whole auction, which I think we are very grateful for. So yeah, I guess from there it made me realize that SAB is not just about blasters. It's more than that. Just like how even Urban Tactical is just more than gains. It's more than just nerf. So yeah, that's something that I actually like to highlight. But at the same time, I wanted to ask you, Conrad, a question, as in how was the whole auction experience for you and your team? I mean, like from the time that you say, yes, I will donate a blaster, and then you say, I'll donate the atom. From then, or rather when we posed that question to you, from that time, all the way leading to auction day, when you saw the bidding going up and up and up and up and up, what was going through your mind the entire time?
You guys should just see the live.
Yeah, I was very happy that that amount was given to charity. During this time, everybody is not having an easy time now, with all this crisis that's happening. So if there's something small that as individuals that we can do, very happy, just for that kind of charity. Yeah. As for the auction, just shocked. Never experienced such thing before. So yeah.
So actually, if you have seen the charity itself, well, when me, Gideon and Conrad were live, we were chatting about about the product that Conrad donated. You could have seen the prices are just skyrocketing towards to almost an amount that is higher than my pay. but it was quite fun. It was quite an experience because well, me and Conrad were chatting on what the news on that new atom construct was. Conrad was just thinking, wow, this thing is going so high. I think I can throw in more stuff to donate, right, Conrad?
Yeah.
Yeah. At one time, I can see his face was so happy because he's like, oh my god, this is going so high. I think we started about 400, 500 for your. Was it there around that price?
I can't remember, but yeah.
I can't remember also, but it was quite low. But people they're thinking like, it's a charity, and then they just keep giving.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. Actually, we have a few questions for you, Conrad. The first one is, do you guys just design a new hammer prime pistol?
Hammer prime pistol? No.
Was that the sub kits? No. Okay.
Oh no. That is.
No. That's a different thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then someone asked you, Conrad, what is the future plan for sub in terms of blaster plan, and as well as for plans for local and overseas player, which is actually one of our next questions. Do you want to answer it now, or do you want to answer after nearing the end?
After that, no problem. After that.
All right. So there's this question for you actually. Someone bought a Genesis off someone locally. He realized that his Macwells doesn't take talents. does your Macwell actually don't take talents?
No,
Like does
well, I mean for
Genesis not?
Genesis, there are a few variations as I mentioned. The one John you're holding, it takes the worker Mac.
It take talents? Yeah, it takes everything actually.
Of course, with an adapter, you can take anything. Yeah.
Yeah, it takes everything.
Sure, but the one like what Jeremy is holding is actually a Talon-based Macwell. All right. So there is also those which are Katana-based Macwell. Katana is a very select few. People like JJ will be the one using that. So I would say that there are three different variations. Yeah. The reason why also there is this dedicated Talon Macwell or Katana Macwell in that sense. Some people will say, hey, it's not, it's not universal or something like that. Because again, you must understand, as I mentioned earlier, our purpose is to design it for the user. And if this user is most comfortable with the Talon Mac, he has like, I don't know, a few dozens of Talon Macs, it's quite, wise to only design it for a Talon Mac for that person because he won't be using anything else, right? For those who like Katana, then you'll be Katana. So for those who like worker Mac, like what you have, then will be for that. So I think that should answer the question. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think when you were designing my blaster, you're asking what kind of Macwell I need, how you want it to be, how I want it to be. So that's actually one way that sub is quite custom about, like what Conrad has just mentioned. Because we do have different. They do create different Macwells for you. So if you want just katana mainly, or do you want to have something more like mine, which is more versatile? It takes anything and everything. Like it's literally takes every single Mac. I tried everything on it. It works.
Yeah. But John, you must understand also there's always a compromise. Like for example, your Genesis is a little bit bigger than Jeremy's one.
Correct.
Because of the Mac.
Yeah, the Macwell portion is slightly, it's bigger. Yeah. Than what?
Since the Macwell side is slightly bigger, your overall size is also slightly bigger. So there's always a flip side to that as well. Yeah.
Correct. There's always a trade-off. And of course, I remember the first time you showed me the Genesis was a fixed buttstock. And then after that, you sent me something that you told me you will make one buttstock to be specifically retractable. I think there are many different versions of buttstock out there right now.
There are also many different variations of the buttstock for Genesis. Again, it's based on usability, the user itself. Some users don't even require a buttstock. They don't require that support. And that's why an extendable or retractable buttstock to them is a hindrance. So that's why we have a fixed buttstock. A fixed buttstock, the good thing about it is that it actually literally squeezes your whole size of your blaster down, and it's very compact. So again, it's really based on individuals.
Okay. All right. So someone asks, if I own both Talons and Katanas, will there ever be a Macwell which takes both Macs? Like how the Caliban and Talon Claw does it. I think Conrad has just answered it just now, which is more of user. Okay. There's a lot of different Macwells out there that has there's a lot of different Genesis Macwells out there. I think Conrad has already posted the files on Thingiverse. Am I right, Conrad?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you can go on there and look at what Macwell really suits you, if you want. So Conrad, next question. Quick question for you. Will you feel proud if sub is locally produced and wait, quick question. Will you feel proud sub is locally produced and so do you feel proud that sub is locally produced and made in Singapore?
Definitely. I mean, Singapore, who won't feel proud? We are all Singaporeans. And a Singapore brand that is able to deliver to the Singapore players, definitely I feel proud. Yeah.
Yep, sub is joining Gavin Fuzzy and also Izakyu on the market. By the way, I think I forgot to mention this at the start, but sub is just the starting of this week's podcast on local markets. We are going to move to like Gavin and also Izakyu for their products as well. Yeah. Okay, so next question. This by Chuck. if you guys don't know Chuck is Kelly. Basically, it's Kelly. Have you ever released the flywheel construct?
The flywheel construct is something that is still in the making. I did some prototype on it. However, directions change. I'm not saying that it's not going to be done, all right? But there are other, areas that we have to focus on first before we go into it. So, yeah, in the future there will be definitely, but not now, I would say. Yeah.
Conrad.
Yes.
John, I think the Conrad has a little surprise for us, right? Do you want to bring that on now, or shall we keep everyone in suspense a little bit more? What do you think?
I'm okay. Up to John.
No. This whole podcast is about you actually.
Okay.
Not to me.
All right.
Do you want to bring it on now? You can bring
Sure.
up now. You can bring up anytime. It's
Okay.
all on you.
How about now? Now is
now? Now sounds like a good idea. Okay, so Conrad is gonna bring up something
introduce
sexy.
you to one of our latest model that we in SABRE actually is doing. All right. This is actually a sneak preview of it. Let me show everyone a picture of it. Can everybody see it? Can everybody see it?
Yes, we can all see it.
This is actually called the M20. All right. This blaster is totally different from its predecessors, but it still performs as well as them. This is like a hybrid of everything that you know of in SAB. Starting from the front, we actually have our own special scar barrel that is actually made by us. Then following up, I don't know if you can see my mouse on the screen. You don't see my mouse, right? Do you see my mouse? No.
Yeah, we can see the mouse.
Okay, so anyway, I'll just use my mouse pointer to explain the different areas or features of the blaster. So the barrel is what you see over here. It's actually a 550 cm or 500 mm integrated scar anodized aluminum barrel. All right. Then we have our machined POM Delrin barrel nut. This is machined, okay? CNC machine. There is no printed parts on this blaster. Followed by the shell itself, you can see this sexy green color. It's actually a two-part shell, and it's actually POM material as well, highly durable. It's not aluminum, but it's POM material. If you can also take your attention to all these side holes, they are actually M-lock standards, allowing you to actually attach standard accessories if you like. The top spine actually remains the same, taking the goodness from Construct that allows you to actually slide, whatever rails that you like. All right, we have actually squeezed or made the priming handle more compact and more durable already. Okay, so the overall size of your blaster is actually a little bit shorter. All right, it actually takes Talon or Katana Max for this blaster. If you can also notice, there is actually no more trigger lever that you see over here, because that trigger lever is actually all hidden inside the body itself. All right, it's no more exposed. Then we have a full metal internals as well for this blaster. The priming mechanism and the loading mechanism is a little bit different from the current one as well. Okay. However, the performance is still there. Retractable bar stock still remains there, like for all the other blasters. And this grip over here will allow you to fix on whatever kind of grips you like, that you can get off the market, or you can actually print it yourself. So this blaster itself, we are focusing is a new kind of game, a new kind of usability for people. The body itself is supposed to be highly durable, water resistant. Also, the parts that we use will not rust in this blaster itself, because that is very important in our hot, humid climate. Also, it's actually, the shell itself supposed to be light and durable. Okay, so it's actually different from what you know about the standard molded blasters that we have. It is not a hollow shell, it is a solid piece shell. All right, that actually allows user to mod. You can drill holes on it, no problem. You can even thread it if you like. It is able to actually take your kind of impact. Yeah. So this is called the M20. We will also be releasing 8, all right, I'm saying it now on live, exclusive 8 founders edition of this blaster for a limited time only, 8 of them, all right, before we actually go into mass production of this blaster. Yeah. You want me to switch back to the screen or let it be?
John, you're mute. Can't hear you. Your microphone is mute.
Oops. Oh, sorry.
Alright.
I forgot. I was busy typing the chat. So Conrad, some people are asking like, can this be machine or molded? Yeah.
It is actually molded. It's a molded blaster.
Molded.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And okay, so let me just do some stuff here right now. Okay, so some people are just asking, some people are just, I don't know, they are talking about some stuff about the Caliburn and SABRE. I think I'll bring out this point right here before we carry on. Sorry, Conrad, you had to hear this
No
on
problem,
screen, but in all fairness of whether it's Caliburn or SABRE, right? If you've been watching the start of this podcast, okay, Mr. I Love Don't Know What. First things first, at the start of this podcast, we were talking about SABRE. We introduced SABRE. We did talk about what SABRE is, and it's not about getting out someone else's design. It's more of something that they improved on based on different feedback of users. So it's not really, of that. So you gotta get your facts right. And then second thing is, yes, I know Conrad showed a blaster that's very nice. Thanks for giving a nickname for that. But try to respect other people on this chat right now, or for the live chat, because they really did, these people on SABRE, they really did a lot of work for their blasters, and it's all on feedback of it's not just their own work, it's feedback of every player that have used their blasters. I think Conrad would know that all of us here who use SABRE, we feedback a lot. We give every time we want something new, we crave for something new. So it's not something to be made fun of here, or like, have yourself be thinking that, oh, it's just another kind of blaster. All right, and so sorry about that. I had to call some people on a live stream, because if you wanna get shit on, I mean, I'm okay with that. So back to thinking about this. Chuck, you already said it's no rust. Someone is asking, so it's all manufactured, no more FDM.
Sorry?
Someone asked, so it's all manufactured, like every part is just manufactured, no more like FDM.
Yeah, let me explain. That's actually one of the future plans for SABRE, SAB. We will not be 3D FDM printing anymore. All right. And on live, I'm telling everyone that. Okay. There will not be any more printing of blasters for SAB. Our focus now is actually on product designing, tooling, molding, machining, and development of auto blasters or smart blasters already. That is our direction ahead. Yeah.
Okay, with that said, before we wrapped up today's interview, we have 2 more questions for you, actually. So first question, Conrad, is moving on to the first question before I end, is what is SABRE currently doing right now? So besides of that blaster, right, you have any other plans they are doing right now on your blaster? Like, are you going to do things to upgrade our Genesis, upgrade the construct? What are the plans that you have?
Okay, I mean, to say that, to also answer that question, the current designs, of course, there will be upgrades for it. We won't just stop there. But what I'm saying when I was mentioning just now is that we will not be developing new blasters that are printed. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So our direction ahead is actually on molding or machining. There is no more printing of new model blasters. All right. So with that also said, if you're asking me what we are working on now, we are also working on auto blasters. That means automated Springer blasters. Okay. And those are what some of the feedback from users as well. Again, as I mentioned, as you mentioned also, it's all based on user feedback. It's something that is relevant for some people when they actually go on the field to play. They want something that's automated. There is no need to prime. All you need to do is actually press a button, and the priming is being handled for you. and all you have to do is just squeeze the trigger, that kind of thing. Yeah. So we are also working on that.
So bring back one of the questions that was asked earlier actually on your future plans for local and overseas users. So these are actually some of the things that's going to be implemented here, and then after that, slowly you're going to ship it overseas and get the international community to know
that
about
is
it.
actually in the pipeline. Yes.
All right. So that's one of the questions that's answered over there. Actually, before we carry on, so there's someone that's asking. I think he missed out earlier on, or I think we forgot to mention. You put your files online for people to go and print out so that they can repair their own blasters and or like customize their blasters like you said. So what are the resolutions or infill that you use on your previous blaster? I mean, he asked if that's not confidential, would you mind sharing?
No, I think
resolutions
for in this world of our nerfing, I think most people already have printers. You are very familiar with resolution, infill, wall thickness, and things like that. All right. Usually, a standard that most people use is either 0.1 or 0.2. It really depends on the purpose behind the object, right? Now I'm actually teaching a little bit on printing already. Yeah. But anyway, it really depends on what you want. If you want to have a very nice look of it, it's 0.1, or if you are patient enough, 0.05. It's really up to the individual. However, for our kind of gameplay, I don't even want to say if SAB or whatever that you are printing for Nerf, especially, always think about what is the usage, all right? If your usage is something that is stress, there is stress point, there are things that require a lot of hammering or whatsoever, then of course I would strongly advise you, even for what we do, all right, in the past, is to print things which has high walls. Walls are important, high walls and high infills, right? Of course, that will take a longer time, that will take a longer, much more material, but that is the trade-off that has to happen. If you're printing something that is meant for aesthetics, then such things may not apply. So it really depends on the object that is being done.
Right. So, okay. So, so that answers your question on what infills or blasters, infill resolutions. So actually, recently you want to go, Jeremy? Or you want me to?
I want to go.
My mic again.
Also.
Your mic also. Yeah.
No, your mic. But I want to ask.
Better? Is it better now?
Talk again.
Is it better now?
No, worse.
No. What? I just. Okay.
Yes, much better.
It's definitely the Wi-Fi. Okay. So to answer that, I think it needs to be a bit more practical. So as you can see my buttstock right here, I recently broke my buttstock. So Conrad sent me a file to repair my buttstock. I 3D printed this myself. I basically put an infill of about 20%. It's very little, but I thickened the walls. This is hard enough and heavy enough to actually knock someone out, I think. It might not break. Yeah, so like what Conrad said, it really depends on how much stress and what the parts you're using for. So it really is up to you for print, infill and all that. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Jeremy, please. Sorry.
One particular very important thing I like to mention about about SAB blasters and the SAB community. One thing I like to mention is the after sales service that they provide. This is something that I know many other models also do provide that, but one thing, the after sales service that SAB provides is actually quite exceptional, and let me explain why. When I actually had my Genesis, okay, because it was quite old, so some of the parts were worn out. For example, the grip. This not this grip, but another previous grip. It was 3D printed. Okay, it broke off when I was playing with it one day. So when I actually, all I had to do was just text the SAB chat to say that, oh no, my grip broke off, and the first person to respond, the first two people to respond was Conrad and your mad scientist. These are the first two people that responded. And without fail, by the next day, Conrad was already arranging to get my blaster picked up, my Genesis picked up for him to repair it. And in about I think a day, in 1 day's time, everything was repaired. Everything was repaired. Not only did Conrad actually repair the grip area, he actually changed replaced certain other areas of the Genesis for me, all out of the after sales customer service that SAB guys provide. So to me, okay, personally, I have never encountered any other organization out there. Let's not just talk about Nerf blaster or foam blaster, particularly any other commercial organization out there. I have never encountered any other organization that out there who provides this kind of service to their customers or to their consumers. I mean, even if I buy a headphone, if there's an issue with my headphone, I send it in. It's either number one, they come up with excuses as to, oh, this one is not under the guarantee or the warranty. Or second thing is whatever they repair whatever is damaged. They never ever put in that extra effort or go that extra mile. Where else SAB has always been different. The extra mile is always put in for the customers. So which is why, despite whatever is said out there, I think ultimately, if anyone who's skeptical about SAB or how they do things, all you need to do is own an SAB blaster, and you will know what we all mean. That we are not just bullshitting. I'm sorry, we are live. I'm sorry. We're not just talking. We're not just talking nonsense here. Many of us have experienced it, which is why we can speak about it. So yeah.
Okay, so Conrad, I think so this question is to Conrad, but Conrad, I think you answer it, but you did not state the release of the new upcoming blaster. You have any estimation that you want to give your users?
Oh, the exclusive one, is it, or what you're talking about?
The exclusive one.
The exclusive 8 pieces, the Founders Edition, will be out very soon. I will not say a date because it's only limited to 8 sets. So once it's out, whoever wants it will, So it will be soon. That's all I can say. Just stay tuned.
All right. Okay. I mean, this is the last question before we close the comment section. So people are asking actually. So how do you test a sub blaster before releasing it for sales?
How do I test it? Is it? Usually it's the standard kind of test, which is the air seal and the firing test. So I think all of you know, especially Jeremy, he has done his air seal test. All right, air seal to us is actually one of the main criteria in our blasters. If your SAB blaster is not air sealed, there is something wrong internally. Please let us check it for you. It's very important. All right, we take this very seriously. It's not because some people may think that air seal is not important, but for us, it is actually a mark of what our blasters is, what our blasters can deliver. If such a basic thing as an air seal, a blaster cannot do it, then what good is a blaster? I'm just saying. I mean, we are springers. The objective of a springer is to transfer air from a chamber to the back of a barrel. If you can't do that efficiently, what is the point? So that's why the air seal test to us is very important, and the firing test. Firing test is like, a normal firing test, the FPS test, and also the spamming test. Yeah.
All right. So, well, with that, that's the last question of today for sub, because we'll be wrapping up the podcast for tonight. And yes, before we wrap up everything, so Conrad, sub has a website, Facebook page, chat group, and people to contact, right? So how people gonna contact you actually on the website sub?
Yeah, website, you can always go there, the springblasters.com. It's very easy to remember, www.springblasters.com. Email is there, live chat is also there, so please just help yourself there. Yeah.
And their Facebook, and we'll probably put a link here, somewhere around here. I don't know where.
Right.
When I edit
Conrad, any last words for our viewers before calling the night? Anything you want to say?
Yeah, I wish that we can come back and play once again, as much as a designer, a maker, still a nerfer, and I really love the games that we play and the kind of bond that we have. So of course, I think like all of us, we are waiting to get back into action. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Everyone just stay safe, and we will definitely have games very soon. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So with that, today we will end off today's meeting. Meeting. Oh my god. Sorry, I've been doing too many meetings. I've been doing too many meetings.
John.
Sorry, I've been doing too many meetings recently. So yeah, we'll be ending off today's podcast of the week with Conrad. And thank you to Conrad for joining us for tonight's podcast. And
Thank you,
Thank you,
very much.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Yeah.
You team as
And
well.
do support local products if you're from Singapore. Yeah, especially not just SABRE. We got other things coming up
Definitely,
like
yeah.
Gary Fuzzy and Ezekiel. You guys know them, They produce a lot of stuff. we will try and get them to come on. So see you guys soon, and thank you guys for joining us.
Conrad,
Bye.
stay online. Don't go off, okay, Conrad? You just stay online. We're gonna go off the air.
Bye.
Bye, guys. See you.
Bye.